Hey world, welcome to 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. I am Deepak here and my life is beautiful and I stay on top of the world because I work as worship. Such a beautiful piece of nature. Can't even say piece, masterpiece of nature. Something always changes in me, with me, around me, every time I'm in nature. To share something very touching, very heart touching that I shared with somebody long time back. I don't know how I missed in the 9 minutes motivation. I share with all of you today. The mother asked the little child, Beta, what is the most important part of the body? The little boy, with his own intelligence, said, Mama, I think brain is the most important part of the body. Mother said, but a lot of people actually don't use their brains, and a lot of people are there who actually don't have brains. So I don't think it is the most important part of the body. Think and tell me. The child asked, then you tell Mama what is the most important part of the body. Mother said, at the right time I will tell you. Months passed by. Few years also went. Another time the mother asked the child, tell me if you have understood anything about in last growing years, what is the important part of the body? Boy in his own maturity, what he has seen in last maybe months or years, said, Mama, I think eyes are the most important part of the body because if not for the eyes, we can't see the beauty of the world. I can't see you, I can't see anything. Mother smiled and replied, Beta, there are a lot of people who are blind. They are born blind or they become blind. And they still live a very beautiful life. In fact, they don't get to see so much bad in the world, isn't it? So I don't think eyes are the most important part of the body. Then the child asked, then Mama, what do you think is the most important part of the body? Mother said, at right time I will tell you. Okay. Months passed by, few years passed by. Another occasion and mom asked the child, but now do you know what is the most important part of the body? The little one said, with his own growth and understanding about life, he said, Mama, I think heart is the most important part of the body because if not for the heart, we can't feel, we can't relate, we cannot have relationship. And he went on convincing the mother. And mother was not convinced. He said, there are a lot of people who are heartless, people who are insensitive, insensible, and still they live a very beautiful life. So I don't think the heart also. So every now and then the mother will ask the question, the boy will start from some part of the body. Once he will say, if not for the hands, we can't do this, we can't do that. The mother will say, no, there is people without this. And then sometime he will say the legs. And like this, years passed by, the boy grew up into his teenage, completed his teenage. He was in his, somewhere in mid-20s. It so happened in one of those days that the boy lost the father. The mother lost the husband. For the first time he saw his mother, who has been always very strong, was crying. And she was crying unconsolable. Because he has seen her mom and he has seen his parents being very, very close to each other, very bonded and very matured. And father was everything to the house and to the mother. And he saw his mother very, very, very broken, heartbroken. He couldn't control. Even after the funeral, even after a few days of the death, mother was still very sad and crying. Suddenly one day, I don't know what happened to this little boy who has grown up into a young man. Couldn't see the eyes of his mother crying with tears. Went to the mother and just hugged her tightly and let her mother keep her head on his shoulder and felt the wetness of her tears on his shoulders. Don't know how much time passed by when they kept holding each other. Mother was still crying, sobbing, weeping. and the son was holding the mother tight with mom's head on his shoulder. After a lot of time, mother became little normal in the same state of hug. The mother asked the same question, my son, at least now you can you tell me which is the most important part of the body? The son still didn't have an answer. He said, Mom, I've almost told every part of the body and you refused to accept it. Now you only tell. I think I'm grown enough to understand the essence of what you want to say. Please tell Mama. For the first time in those maybe 25, 26 years, the mother said, my son, the most important part of the body is the shoulders. Because everything else you use for yourself, the shoulders are for others. Today you have offered your shoulders to me because you couldn't see me weeping and crying and feeling bad and sad about the loss of your father, my husband. For I don't know how much time I kept my head on your shoulder and kept crying and sobbing. I never felt so relieved, so much of sukoon in my life the way I felt today, keeping my heads on your shoulders, my son. Shoulders are the most important part of the body because not only they support yourself, support your head on your shoulder, but they also can be offered to as many people who need it. And most people in your life does not need your eyes, does not need your heart, does not need your hand, does not need your any part of the body. Almost everybody in life, from small to big, rich to poor, from man to woman, to boy to girl, everyone needs a shoulder to lean on, a shoulder to cry on, a shoulder to find support for themselves in life. My son, shoulders are the most important part of the body. Isn't it true for all of us also? सारी ज़िंदगी का बोझ इसी कंधों पे तो उठाना है. फैमिली का बोझ भी इस कंधों पे, बच्चों का बोझ भी इस कंधों पे, यहाँ तक कि आखिरी सांस के बाद में आखिरी यात्रा जो होती है वो आदमी की भी कंधों पे ही होती है. सही ना? You ultimately will offer your shoulder to the even dying man. So the most important part of your body is no other part but the shoulder. That not only holds your life, your head strong on the shoulders, but it also is able to hold God knows how many lives and how many families. You ask me sometimes, what is it I can offer to the world? Today I will tell you, you have something to offer which only you can do. Maybe to your own world, sometimes to the strangers, sometimes to your immediate family, sometimes to the extended family. I don't know who needs your shoulder. Please, even if you have nothing to give in life, one thing you'll always have is to share your shoulder. आपके कंधे की ज़रूरत हमेशा पड़ेगी, आपको भी, सभी को भी. With that belief that you and me not only will offer our shoulder to keep our head high in life, but also will offer our shoulder to as many people, to give them that solace, that sukoon, that comfort, that wall on which everybody can lean on. You have those shoulders. You can't disagree with it and you can't deny it. You have it, you had it, and you will have it. Use it for yourself and for the benefit of others. With that belief, let's start this beautiful, beautiful day. From my side, offering my shoulders to all of you whenever you need it. It's always there for you. By you, with you, all the time. Bye. Love you so much. Thank you so much.